just get started with that. Alright. Fix the camera here. Boom. Alright. We'll get ready to do TTV stream real soon. I think I might attempt to clean my house real quick. If all goes well, I should be done in like 45 minutes. But at most, it should take me about an hour. We'll keep our phone plugged in for the time being. Oh, you know, I just wanted to mention, thank you guys so much for 11.8k subs. We literally just got there yesterday, and I think we're already at 11.87k subs, which means we're at around 70. And so we've probably gone up almost 100 subs since yesterday, and I really appreciate that. Tom, hi there. Harvey, hi there. Okay, let's see. There we go. Getting some more backups pulled up. And yeah, I just think that's so amazing because I think we had a really good stream yesterday. We had so many people come by. And I definitely look forward to playing with more of y'all. And yeah, you know, that's pretty much why I kept the stream going, because it was just doing so well. You know, I don't usually stream that long, but you know, it was a good time. It was a good time. I can't lie. Kaya, hi there. Someone asked me if I speak English. Yes, I do. Annabelle, hi there. Someone said, can you show your whole room? I have before, but it's currently a bit of a mess right now, so I prefer not to. Someone said, and she said, never mind. Nice. Or he, excuse me. JB, hi there. Yo, what's up, bro? Diana, hello. I'm here. Fortnite. Sure, maybe a little bit later. I kind of just started the stream. Maybe I want to take a little bit of a breather before I start playing anything. But yes, thank you guys so much. I think we're gonna make it to 11.9 today, and then by tomorrow, shoot, we might make it to 12k. I already have the games installed, and we're ready for the 12-hour stream. Someone asked me if I have a VR. I do not. You know, a lot of people have recommended I get one. Actually, I think I might. I just don't use it. I think my mom has one, but she doesn't use it. She actually even offered to let me have it. I forgot. I'm not sure if she still has it. This was probably a while back. I didn't even know she had a VR headset, which is crazy. my mom, my mom's more locked in than me. I want the 12-hour live stream. Yeah, and you know what was really crazy is we streamed yesterday for about almost 8 hours, and then we did another stream which was almost like 3-4 hours. So we streamed basically almost 11 hours yesterday, if not more. And you know that's not good. Even though the stream and everything did very well, that's not the best thing to do, guys. But you know, when we hit 12K, I'm definitely gonna do that for you guys. For y'all. So maybe one day I'll get into VR. It's just not the easiest thing to set up. Got it. Hi, I'm new here. Yo, what's up? Hi there, Wally. Please. When we get on Fortnite, what are we gonna play? I'm not sure. We could play anything, bro. We could play Battle Royale. Everyone's been enjoying Reload again, so you know that's kind of cool to see. I feel like we've kind of moved away from Blitz, but I'm up to play it. And then sorry for my name being weird. Nice, no, it's alright. Steal a brain rot? Oh, we could definitely play that. Someone said take your dog outside. Backyard, this is absolutely ridiculous. Nice. Thank you, brother. Yeah, we could definitely play that one. I haven't played that one that much. But no, actually, guys, I just remembered that I said I was gonna try to clean up my house real quick. And so someone said, please let the dog out. We actually just let them back in. They were outside probably for like a good 30-45 minutes. Literally before I started the stream, so. And then the door is open to the backyard, so they can go in and out if they'd like. But actually, maybe I should probably close that since I'm not watching. Oh no. Never mind. Never mind, the door is closed now. Yeah, no, it's all good. We already let the dogs out. Hi, boy. Here, Blaze, you want to be on the camera, boy? Come on. Here, I'll play with you too. Blaze, you're a good boy. You are a good boy. I love you too, boy. Say hi to the stream right here. Say hi. You wanna play? I love you too, boy. Is that glitter? I'll bring the mama puppy right now too, guys. I love you too, boy. Thank you. Go run around. Go run around. You want me to throw the ball? Okay. I got you. Oh, sorry. Here you go. Sorry. He loves it when I do that. He's like, where does it go? I like to mess with him where I hide his toys. Like sometimes I'll hide it under like the carpet or the blanket, so he has to find it. Or then like I have some stuff hanging on the door, and so I just throw it really hard because it softens the impact of like the throw. And it just he just like looks at it until the ball falls, and then he chases it. I guess he's just like he has his eye on the ball, you know what I mean? He never takes his eyes off of it. So he likes seeing that. When I throw a good pitch. Yeah, when I'm playing with Blaze, I turn into Shohei Ohtani, guys. Is that a good one? When I'm playing with Blaze, I turn into Shohei Ohtani. Yo, Mayhem, thank you so much. Good to hear from you. Oh, hello there, yo. What's up? Marcel, yo, hi there. Thank you guys so much. So I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen this. If you guys are wondering what that picture is here, maybe I'll bring it down for now. I may have to retape it. But I posted it on my channel before. And so it's just a portrait that one of the supporters drew. So this is Wolf. He has a nephew, and he drew this because he watches the streams from time to time. It's like supposedly, that's supposed to be me, guys. And then if you guys could read that, it says late night gamer food post. And then that's like the headphones with the mic, and then it's super funny. I love it, guys. See if it'll stick back on. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't go anywhere. Someone said Markiplier. Yo, thank you guys so much. I actually really enjoy Markiplier's videos. Like, I've literally watched his FNAF series from when he literally was uploading them fresh to date. Man, if you guys were there, like, who remembers that? Who remembers that when he was dropping, like, the FNAF videos? Actually, you guys might not have been born yet. I'm not gonna lie. Some of y'all. I love your dogs. Thank you, JB. Someone said Lacey. Yo, thank you guys so much. Yeah, I think today we might take a little break. I said I wanted to clean my house, so I'm gonna probably go do that since I have the time, just to get ahead of everything, That way, the house is nice and clean before the beginning of the next week. And then, let's see. Is there anything that I should do after that? I don't think so. Because I'm just like thinking of things that I would like, I guess, try to do if I was thinking that I had something to do, right? But no, man, it's Sunday. I really kind of dedicated this day to me wanting to take a break and step away from the stream, which is why I'm gonna go, do all of that right now, because yesterday we streamed a lot, so so I need to step away for a little bit before we actually do some more stuff. And I'm feeling pretty locked in. Yesterday we managed to break into the 140 a minute. Sorry. I don't know if it's 1 minute or 2 minute, but the 44th second, percentile range. And so we're at 44.89. So all we need to do is drop that by like that 0.9 of a second and get under that 44-second mark, and we'll achieve gold in the next time attack. It's super difficult though, I can't lie. There's not many cars that could achieve top speed like this. Even the F40, it struggles with outputting that power. I'm thinking the Lambo might be the only one that might be able to do it if I give it the proper tune. But then again, it's not as fast either, the only two fastest ones are for sure my RSR and my and my F-132. They're the only ones that have, have even capable of outputting that much torque at the high end. Someone said, "You think the alien?" What? Um, you know what? As far as aliens, guys, there's no confirmation. You know, we see a lot of like um, channels on TV and stuff. You know, that talk about space, history channels and whatnot. You know, we have a lot of skepticism whether people actually went to the moon or not. I can't confirm all of that. You know, all of that is definitely stuff that probably remains classified, and you know, that type of intellectual property definitely is protected because you know it's not like you know everyone can just go to space if you really were that dedicated. Build yourself a rocket and do all of that. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't be. You know, they just probably just leave it to NASA or the space agencies or whatever. And yeah, I mean, what's to stop a regular person from like trying to go to space? Um, I've seen the Starlink, so what you see in the sky, most people's perceptions, you can only see about like so many miles out, and to get to space is like almost thousands of miles up, if not more. I think right, it's more than 10 miles to get up there. So, we're talking hundreds of thousands of feet. And so, yeah, you think you could see everything, it looks like everything is within view, but then, you look up one day and then you're just beyond all of that. You still see the the Starlink flyby or whatever, the satellite. And I think, you'd think it would be a spaceship, but no, it's just passing by. A spaceship would be a lot smaller than that. Trust me, guys, if there was like a spaceship to ever come to Earth, it would be so tiny. Like, and people would expect something super duper massive, right? That would like take up like a portion of the Earth and you'd be able to see it. But, stuff like that would have to have been seen from like galaxies out. That doesn't make sense. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's not very tactical. Unless they have like cloaks. But you guys have seen the UFO videos, right? You see them, they're like, oh, they're hiding in the clouds or stuff like that. The debunk videos, all of that. Anything is possible. It's just more or less. We just don't know. You know. Daisy, hi there. What's your favorite game? That's a hard one, man. What if you scrap? What? Oh, maybe I think he meant strap a jet to a Lamborghini. There have been like what do you call it? Jet engines in the cars before. They go crazy fast. But no, right now we're just talking about like Need for Speed. That's what I'm talking about on the game. Tuning that car. Cause right now the where I'm at is I have these very powerful super slash hypercars, and I'm tuning them to the point where their maximum point, because they're what do you call it, rear engine models with lots of power and lots of stability. So I have to fine tune it to make it fit the profile of the car. Most of the time, the way Need for Speed sets the default tune, it just feels so clunky, you know? Because everything's set to the middle and there's just like no gauge on what you want, you know? For a car like that, you know, cars like that are supposed to be able to corner very well. They're supposed to have good traction as well. You know, that's what they were designed for. So yeah, I've been fine tuning Need for Speed for like the last few weeks, and we made a lot of progress. A lot of progress now. So now we just need the right car, but I'm pretty sure it's the RSR, man. That's like the only car that could keep up with the F-132 and has a higher top speed. It's the only one, but the problem is it just doesn't have the same cornering ability, and it also doesn't have a higher rev zone. The F-132 just has a lower high top speed, but it has a higher rev zone. You can rev it up to like 10K, which removes the need for shifting, you know, at certain moments. But you risk, you know, you have higher chances of a blowout. You know, the engine maintenance is crazy. Yeah, and you can't tune it. I can't tune that car. Plus, you know, you get what you get. You're only so fast, so the improvement has to be made within myself to make that car fast, or to beat it with the RSR. It's barely September and it's already cold outside. Is it cold for you, Georgia? Hi, I'm back. Yo, what's up, Wally? Kay, hi there. Someone said, I hope God blesses you with a wonderful day and you are very beautiful. Also, hello, how are you? I'm good, thank you so much. Someone said 2016 Toyota Land Cruiser, nice. Have you ever been so... What? That's a good one. He asked me a question. I don't think he worded it properly. I wouldn't say life is a simulation, like, because a simulation is meant to mimic life, so it's just more or less like that's just how brains work, man. Brains are computers in themselves. It's just like natural technology, but it's not something that can necessarily, I don't know, like I said, you know, it's just I think that's just thinking too deep about it, because it's like saying the computer world is more real of a world than the real world itself. But it's literally not. You know, we had people going to space before with computers that only had like a megabyte of RAM and processing speeds of like 1 megahertz per second, bro. You guys have no idea how slow that was. They were waiting 5 minutes. 5 minutes for a calculator to tell them 2 plus 2 equals 4. And they went to space. So no. Just think about it, man. What game is this? Nice. We're not playing any games just yet. So life, because it's not like, bro, you know, you could literally say like life is a simulation just because, you know, humans and stuff, you know, robotically, unconsciously do stuff, like, you know, because of society. But that's just what hard work and practice is, you know, when, you know, people are surviving in this or living in this day and age. But that's not even like a rage or like a rant or nothing. I think that's just it's just not commonly known. You know, a lot of people are losing themselves nowadays due to, I guess, I wouldn't say lack of education, just more of like just the system. No, not the system. There's bad people brainwashing other bad people and good people brainwashing people, you know, in other ways too, you know. It's almost like everyone's brainwashed, no matter who you are, you know. But it's not like a simulation, you know. It's not. It's just life. It's me again, Diana. What's up? So there are games. Yes, we play games from time to time. I will do an exclusive stream later where I show the gameplay. I have a question. What's up? You're not playing. We're not playing games just yet. So which means there are games. Which ones? Okay, so we play Roblox. We play Fortnite. We are doing challenges on Need for Speed, and then we play Dead by Daylight multiplayer. Right now they have a 2v8 mode and just regular as well. And then I think that's all I pretty much am playing at the moment. We have 2 games that we're gonna be playing for when we hit 12K, and then it's just gonna be that's later on though. When we get on Fortnite, can we play 99 bots? It gives me a lot of XP. Maybe. Ethan asked me if I have a job. Yeah, I do. We do, you know, we stream here and we help out the community. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for asking. What is your job? I just said it. Let's see, did I miss any comments here? Elijah, what games do you play? Okay, I just said that. Sorry for missing your question, Elijah, earlier. Did I say hi to Marcel already? Someone asked me if I have any goals. Yes. Yes, I do. So this year, guys, we hope to probably get through Prestige on this Need for Speed challenges. It's gonna be tough, and I think that will set our mark on where we stand. You know, Cali Best Driver has come to a close for season 3, and my goal for that is just to keep that message going. You know, I've literally more and more as the days go by, you know, there's just been more and more cars out there, and I'm not lying. People have been literally looking for me, you know, trying to find me, bro, because I'm really undefeated like that. And do I have goals, bro? Like, yes, bro. Yes. So much more, bro. You know, we're gonna make it to 12K, do that 12-hour stream, get through these games. And I think you know, we're doing it all at a great cost. Seriously, it's such a great deal. You know, it only cost me like $1 to stream for 8 hours, guys. You guys have no idea. And you know, and the progress that we make and the stuff we get to show you guys, you know, we don't even have to stream for the money. You know, we're doing it for the love of the game, bro. Our records to set ourselves in history, man. People are gonna look back someday and be like, yeah, he was one of them. And to this day, bro. I mean, you guys could go and try to beat my challenges. That's fine. It really doesn't matter to me, guys. Have fun with it. Like I'm doing it for myself, guys. I don't go out there challenging people, like I said. And that's it, bro. And then pretty much just stay sharp. Cause you know, we've been locked in pretty much this whole year. You know, I felt myself slipping a few times, but nah. There's just so much more. You know, like all these great people, like Georgia, JB, you know, everybody that comes by every single day. The chat has literally been so active. We've only been live for 30 minutes and we already have 11 likes, guys. Let's keep going. But yo, bro, enough yapping. I'm sorry, but I gotta go clean my house, guys. Lamar, hi there. And yeah, that's it, guys. In the Army and Marines and Navy SEALs. Yep, I totally support the Marines and the Navy, guys. Although I don't qualify to join, guys. So yeah, thank you so much for that suggestion, but I do not qualify. I actually do more stuff than that. So so I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Yeah, we don't qualify for those areas. If anything, we're overqualified, which is why we're here fighting the war at home. Hi there, yo, what's up? Frog, hi there. Someone said, why don't you qualify? I just don't, bro. But yeah, shouts out all the Marines and the Navy. I actually know quite a few people that are in those areas as well. Alright, guys. I'm gonna get busy, okay? Yeah, sorry, Ethan. I apologize, bro. Someone said I have a rather odd ask, okay? Okay, guys, I'm gonna stay on here for just like one more moment and we're gonna head out. Someone's gonna go to the camera for a Lamar Jackson edit. I'm like, alright. So yeah, that's pretty much it, bro. I do have the goals, you know, for completing on the channel and IRL. You know, you asked me what my job is, but I just stream here and help out the community, bro. Pays the bills. I'm chilling. And then yeah, he asked me why don't I join the army, and it's because I don't qualify. So, but you know, I apply my skills elsewhere. We've done so much, bro, in the gaming space and in the technology space. And so I'm proud of everything that I've done, bro. No, I can't say I'm unhappy or anything. So, you know, I felt so many things trying to bring me down over the years, and just managed to just keep coming out on top. And you know, I lost one of the most important like things closest to me, or not things, but you know, people, individuals, or my pet. So yeah, I wouldn't expect anyone to understand, but but yeah, I'm locked in. So you know, I take it as it's their loss, man. What's your user on Roblox? It's the same as my white tee, guys. I was here yesterday. Yo, what's up? Yeah, it is. Alright, so I'm gonna go do that. Thank you guys so much for asking. And I'll be right back. You guys just stick around. I'll probably take like 20-30 minutes. kind of love the whole best driver story though, I'm not gonna lie. You know, because I really do just be out there helping the community. And like it just funny how it turns like that, you know, you have cars that are like literal sports cars and stuff like that, just trying to like pull cheap shots on a regular economy car. You know? On a regular street car. Yo, what's up, JB? So what now? I'm just cleaning right now, bro. So I gotta do that, guys, because I didn't even really plan on streaming today. Like I said, I wanted to take a break. You know, we've been going hardcore pretty much this whole week, these last few weeks. You know, no breaks, not even on Sundays. And yeah, well, actually, I'm not saying that we don't take breaks, guys. We do. Like every time we take off this stream, you know, we take a break. This chair over here. It's okay, boy. So it seems like a good day to get tidied up, man. Hi, yo, what's up? Yeah. But you know, I think that's just a good thing, guys. It wasn't always like this, you know. I feel like a lot of you guys get the wrong idea. But I feel like maybe you guys are probably just being a little too pretentious about it. So that's why I don't really answer those kinds of questions, because they're just like, they're just too, what do you call it? Here, I think this might be the right word, but I have to make sure I look up the right word. Yeah, I think based is the right word. Who knows? Because I mean, it's like none of that really matters, but you know, like I don't. To me, it doesn't matter what jobs people have or what they do or their professions. Like obviously, there's levels to stuff. Like for example, if you want to be a doctor, you know, and practice, especially in like the States over here, you gotta be certified. You're uncertified. You gotta have degrees, medical degrees, to prove it. You know, because anyone can say they're anything. Oh crap. time. I mean, I seen it happen so many times, bro. You know, you have like, you know, it's really tough, man. That's why I really don't like the whole social status stigmas and whatnot. You know, anyone can like go homeless at any time. It's really sad, bro. That's why I don't judge people like, huh. Just because it's the worst thing, like, it really is. You know, you have even like famous actors and streamers going broke, and you know, some of them were in the military and stuff too, and in the Marines, you know. It doesn't change anything, bro. I don't want to hear it. So yeah, to that Ethan guy, bro, those, you know, those types of questions, bro, or shouldn't ask people those kinds of questions. But yeah, as far as goals, bro, as what we're doing here, definitely, definitely means something, bro. It pays so much homage to every single heritage that existed. And I bet you it's that good, man. I bet you that it's that good that it even stands up with the highest levels, man. No joke. No joke. The highest levels of driving, racing, gaming, just everything. And not only that, you know, we just enjoy life and enjoy having fun too. I'm just a person, guys. You know, I enjoy eating food, watching TV. You know, I went to school. You know, I have friends, just like everybody else. You know, I think everybody's just a little too in their heads. bro. I'll never understand that, bro. You know, instead of asking questions like, oh, like, what kind of job do you have? What do you do for work? Or, you know, stuff like that. Instead of asking stuff like, oh, or saying, oh, maybe you should join the army or the Marines. You know, instead of saying stuff like that and making yourself look pretentious, you know, why not ask real questions? Like, you know, bro's more worried about like what I'm doing for work or if I'm like involved with like the military or whatever. You know, when the stuff that we do goes on a deeper scale than that, bro. Like, on a deeper scale. You know, stuff we can't even talk about, man. And so, you know, and, you know, when you ask me questions like that, it only shows me how much you don't care. It only shows that you're only interested in what I'm doing when you don't really care about what's going on in the world, you know? You couldn't even tell me how you could fix the economy, bro. So, I don't want to hear it, bro. You know, you guys can go ahead and ask AI. Go ahead, ask them. They're not going to be able to tell you. So, Toby, hi there. Sorry for kind of coming back into this ranting. I have mod. I'm very kind and helpful. If not, it's fine. What's up? Sure, I'll consider it. Just stick around for a little while. I'll mod you in like maybe 5 minutes. And yeah, that's just what I think. Like, how pretentious of a question, bro. You know, like, I bet bro thinks he's better than me or something, but in reality, I don't think that way about him. In reality, I'm just gonna go on and keep doing my own thing, guys, cause wow. You know, that's what some people will more or less be worried about, but you know, there's just so much more, guys. Like, I'm really happy that we get to be here and play the games, and on top of that, we get to show our skill. You know, like all the stuff that we did on this channel, bro, is no cap, no lies, bro. Like, no cheats, no aim assist, all skill, and like. Not even like that, bro. And I don't even brag about it. I'm just another player like all of you guys. The only reason I'm at the top of the leaderboard is because I've been playing games longer. And that's it. You know, at some point, you know, like there's so many, like millions of players that I can name that are better than me. But out of the millions and millions of players, because there's tens of millions, guys. Right now, we just sit within there. We sit with the top players like that, guys, and it's just like I said, real players and real, you know, people that have respect just don't act the way people like that act like, you know, that be acting, bro. It's not professional. It's not, you know, and I'm making a statement because it's true, you know, like, whoa. And never mind, bro. You know, I don't even have to say any more than that. I would like to just keep arguing it, but it's not worth my time. You know, you can't tell me to join the army or the Marines and stuff like that when they do stuff completely different than what I do. You know? They wouldn't be able to achieve my goals. And that's facts. And it's not, and I'm saying I wouldn't even be able to achieve all of theirs. I'm not them, they're not me. You know, I have full respect for them as long as they have respect for me. You know? Do you need more mods? Can you do me? Yeah, bro. A few more minutes. Let me just kind of get this off my chest, because Because someone was just like asking me. No, I get these questions. A lot of people ask me like, oh, if I have a job, or like, people like pretty much are just pocket watching. They want to gauge how much money I actually have, but in reality, it doesn't matter how much money I have. I could have $1 million. I could have $1 billion, guys. I could have 1 trillion, bro, and it means nothing. It means nothing because right now, and I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. It's totally unreasonable to have trillions of dollars. Like I bet you not even Elon will see that much cash. Do you guys know how much cash it would be just to have like 1 million? It's a lot. Stacks on stacks on stacks. It'd be like this much. You'd need almost a briefcase to hold that much. That's just 1 million. Imagine hundreds of millions. Shoot, imagine 1 billion. There you go. We're talking a truckload of money. And then boom, then just get into the hundreds of billions, bro. We're talking hundreds, thousands of trucks, bro. Yeah. You need 1,000 trucks that are carrying 1 billion to even get what? 1 trillion. Shoot, I don't even think there's enough currency. I mean, there is, but that's what I'm saying. Stuff like that, man. It doesn't matter how much I have. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all if y'all know me. So yeah, I don't know. Add me on Roblox. Okay. I'll add you a little later. I'm not playing anything just yet. Still cleaning. I'm just kind of getting it off my chest because someone asked me, like I said. And in reality, I mean, it's just yeah. You know what he was trying to ask, or what he's trying to say by asking those questions is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? You don't even have to assume. It's just pretty much obvious what their intentions are by asking. So yeah, guys. And like I said, I've never had problems like that, guys. Like I literally know people that were in the military, the Navy, the Marines, bro. I know. No, I almost slipped up right there. I almost said some stuff that I shouldn't have said. Almost said, you know. And it's not even like that, guys. And we sit here at home and we just play like, and I feel my tactical like ability is so high, and I don't even know anything about that. I don't know anything about like CQB. I don't know anything about clearing a room out or having your teammates back, or SWAT. I don't know, or any of those Marine or how to kill people or whatever like that. You know, I just go off of the brain, go off the top. And I've literally, and like that's what I'm saying. We play against people that, for example, Call of Duty is such a big game. Battlefield's such a big game. Warface was huge back then, filled with hackers, filled with cheaters, and real players that one were also in the Marines and the Army and the Navy. Two, stuff like that. They have all the training and the stuff like that. Some of them are even veterans and so on and so forth. They're the ones with the abilities and the cheats, and they still can't beat me. Somebody that has no training, no nothing, nothing of the knowledge of the sorts. They're just normal people, bro, just like us. And I'm tired of the self-pretentious stuff like that, just because, you know, it's ridiculous. And I'm not saying that they lack the ability. I'm just saying that that's what I do here, and I do it with zero to no training. If I can literally pull up on these people that have full army training, that coordinate together with mics through Discord using cheats and wall hacks, and I'm able to outplay these guys, and these guys were in their armies or their marines or they served any time or they're police or something like that, then I'm up there. I'm up there, guys. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not trying to sound pretentious, but I'm telling you, that's why I have so much respect, because there's so much real stuff out there that, bro, like some marine dude trying to flex on me over a game, like his skills, but then he's not better than me. Like, bro, that means nothing, bro. Like, literally, there's people out there that are trained to do that. They can do it in real time, and I have so much respect for that, bro. Like, seriously, I really do. And it goes beyond that, because these people still have to live life, and you know, just like us. I won't ever act, so self-pretentious in that way, bro. Won't ever tell someone that, oh, what do you do for a living? What's your job? How much money do you make? I don't care, bro. If you make $0, bro, if you make $0, that's cool. You live with your parents, that's fine. If you're living alone, that's fine too. Trust. If you're not, that's cool. If you're sharing a room with like 10 other people or whatever, no, that doesn't matter. If everyone drops on a house, that's cool. That's what I'm saying, bro. Nothing wrong with that. That's why I don't hate. Alright, so I can mod you now. Alright, bro, but since you were spamming, I might not mod you. Because I already said I was going to, and kind of just doing a bit too much. So I'm gonna go continue doing what I was doing. I'll get back to you. I'll just think about it some more. I don't know. Would you guys believe me if I told you I had $0? Is that believable? Dang it. I don't think I'd be able to get away with that one. He said, yeah. Nice. Yeah, you're right. I have $0 in my pocket or on my hands. In my hands. Alright, bro. I'll mod you now, Toby, but you only have one chance, bro. And so here are the rules. I'll explain them one time. Okay, so the rules are do not time anybody out. Do not hide anybody from the channel. Do not delete any messages. Okay, unless I say so. And if you do so, this is your warning now. And if you do so and disregard anything that I say, you are liable to lose your moderatorship, and that's about it. And so you're welcome. Yeah. What's up? No, I don't listen to them. So, wow. Dang, I think I made a good point, because it's not even about that. I think really, like, all of that pretentious stuff, like, it means nothing, bro, because I was literally telling myself right now that it's about more than that. It's about, like, you know, preserving what's great, which is life, bro, you know. You know, everybody's pretty much equal. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, you know. Yeah, there's things that separate us, but we're all pretty much equal. There's not, like, you know, everyone in the world is capable of doing everything, you know, that anyone else can do. You know, with the right amount of training and, you know, explanation and everything, bro. That's why. Have a good day. Thank you. Have a good day, yo. Thank you so much. I feel like that's a good thing to get off my chest, you know. I'm not mad about um I'm not mad at Ethan or the question, but I'm more or less, I think, upset at the intent by it, you know? A lot of people come by the streams ask that. It's not very. I think it's a rude question, honestly. You know, it's like people, like I said, judging you before they even get to know you, but that's just people, man. Couldn't be me. I'm almost done here, guys. Give me like 20, 30 more minutes, and I'll have everything cleaned up and ready to go for the TTV stream. Let's go. Oops, wrong button. I'm back. Bryson, what's up? He's cleaning. Yo, I'm back. Yeah, everything's all tidied up now. I feel good. I'm not gonna lie. I was cleaning a bit too hard though. I should have opened a window. Got a little something in my eye from the sprays. Ugh. You know, another thing too, guys. I mean, I like listening to music. I'm just like everybody else. So whatever that person's intention was, you know, I say it doesn't really change what we're trying to do here. You know, it doesn't matter what we do outside of the streams, what we're doing here on the streams. You know, that's what we're here for. I'm not here to you know, give you guys the whole inside scoop on my personal life or whatever. If you guys want to get to know me personally, like IRL, I mean, I'd have to literally know you IRL. I just don't know any of you, so it doesn't matter, you know, to me. And as a person, as an individual, if I ever run into any of you guys, I wouldn't ask you guys those questions. You know, I'd more or less rather know how you're doing, you know? How are you doing, like mentally? How are you physically? You know, are you feeling healthy? You know, stuff like that in a more friendly manner as well, rather than just be so, like I said, you know, aggressive with just wanting to know what I do. But like I said, I'm just a regular person, guys. I'm not special in any way, guys. And I'm just currently making breakfast, so let me refresh this right here. Thank you guys so much for all the subs. We've literally gone up like 4 subs. Like right now. Literally. Today is Sunday. Also, happy Sunday, everyone. Fortnite now, yes. I'm still making breakfast though. Let me finish making breakfast. I just had some bacon on the pan real quick. Okay, breakfast is ready. Someone said, looking to clean that vent, little bro. It's fine. I don't need to clean it. I'll probably clean it some other day. Surprisingly, it's not even that dusty for how long I've left it there. It's been like that for like, probably well over a year. And it's barely accumulated that much dust, which is actually surprising. So yeah, for almost 2 years of ventilation and only accumulating that much dust, I'm pretty impressed. Because you should have seen it how I had it when I started streaming. I think it was like way dirtier. I remember when I wiped it down for the first time. Nice. Oh, that's such a good deal. Oh, I may have to get something like this. Oh, you know what, guys? I have some more best driver stories now that I mention it. We could start off season 4, right? And I'm not really sure how I want to start it because I haven't been practicing. Like I said, well, in general terms, guys, like, I've been spending more time helping out the community rather than just like, going out there in the middle of the night and just making noise, And so pretty much yeah, I'm not really sure how it would start season 4. I think it pretty much I'd like to start like, it's hard, man. I'm stuttering all over the place because I'm trying to find the right intro. What would be the best way to intro into season 4 of Best Cali Best Driver? Let me think about it for a second while I grab my breakfast. Nice. Made myself an omelet. Brought myself some soda. Sourdough toast. Now we're talking. Yes. Got the specially formulated Coke. Yes, guys, I might be one of the few people that actually knows the Coca-Cola recipe. And no, I'm not gonna tell you guys what it is. That is proprietary information. Alright? But, man, I'm telling you. This thing, you hear it fizzing. I'm not gonna tell you guys the secret formula. They just don't make Coke like that no more. We have a bacon omelet right here with some cheese, so we're gonna have a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. And then some Coke. I'm gonna put on a video. It looks like man is the little bro here. What should I start with? You know, it's kind of funny because I have people that work like just jobs that probably make more money than most of these pretentious people. And that's what I'm saying. And then it's usually the most pretentious ones that always like that really aren't making as much as they say they are. You know, a McDonald's worker probably makes more than they do. Shoot, I know McDonald's workers love their job too. Bro, who doesn't like working at McDonald's if you're not like a real dedicated worker? Or any other place in general. I remember I knew some guy, he would literally bike there for miles, from miles. I even told him, I was like, yo, you ever need a ride someday, bro? And I was like, nah, I enjoy biking. Like, still get here early. Don't gotta wait on the traffic. He had a nice bike too. Them type of like pedaling bicycles where they can go like almost 40 miles per hour, if not more. It was like it wasn't a fixie though. He had like a pro bike. So far, there's not really too much to watch. I can't lie. I'm not sure what I'd want to start with, but I'm not sure if I like want to watch a movie or something. Like putting on a movie real quick. All right, let me kill the count for a sec while I eat. Oh, that movie was crazy. Why have I seen this movie? That's why I'm more locked in than man of culture. Bro has no culture. JB said I'm going to leave the stream, okay? If you're gonna start the stream, do everything you need to do before you start the stream, please. Yep, I just finished eating, bro. I'm about ready to play now. Yeah, JB, if you're still there, bro, we can play soon. Alright. I think maybe we should start up an exclusive. Or JB, let me know if you're playing. Are we gonna play? Yes or no? I'm back. Okay. I'll be right back. Oh. I'll make sure to go check out that edit real soon. I'm gonna do a quick stream on TTV, everyone, like I said. And, yeah. I look forward to hopefully breaking that time today. It's go time. Let me fire up the system. I think people don't understand the body kit works. Like if you want like custom screws, like for example painted, like galvanized, you know, even if they're self-tapping or whatever, you know, that's a plus. That's something you gotta pay for. How much it costs to paint each individual one? Not that much, but you know, just get a little spray can and dip each one in it. But anyways, it's the thought that counts, you know. Better hardware costs a little bit more money, obviously. And then people are expecting, like, when you cut a piece of metal off of a body, you know, obviously it's gonna rust right there because you're cutting the metal. I mean, if you want to take rust preventative measures, then that's gonna cost a little bit more. You know, you gotta get the grinder out, you know, grind it, give it a little bit of a bevel, then spray it with like some anti-rust coating paint and primer, and then some actual primer, and then paint match it or whatever if you're really going that deep. You know, it's just, you know, people hate too much and don't appreciate the craft. You get what you pay for. You know, I bet you if people personally asked, like for example, like Nakai-san, if they asked them, yo, you know, yo, can you, like, be like, can you use these, and then, like, can you use this hardware, and then tell them that it's custom, and then be like, yo, and then be like, yo, can we do extra anti, like, rust preventative measures, you know? Like, that's the type of stuff you do. You gotta ask, right? Anyways, we're back on Need for Speed. Here we go. There's another car I feel like could possibly do it. Never mind. S15 couldn't do it, so I doubt the Miata could. It just lacks everything that I need. There's not a single car on here. Oh yeah, we were gonna build the Lambo again, right? Do I still have it in my garage? No. think that's pretty much a similar build, right? And I just need to put a wing on it. I don't even think I need to adjust the suspension. I might just leave it like that. Oh, it's not stretched. Randall, what's up? Give it one go. Good edit, by the way, Lamar. Is it good, really? I'll have to go check it out. Ew. Wow. Let's see if this works. Oh. It's pretty up there. Oh my gosh, this thing's out of control. It's too slow. Even if I retuned it. It's just not fast enough. Actually, I'd need to retune it some more. Oh. I had it backwards. That's why I felt so loose. Who's burning my lips? Oh man, gotta restart. I don't know, the liquid looks good, but could be burnt. Ah. It's not bad. The tuning's way better. If anything, I could tune it for more grip with the grip tires. This one it likes to, it doesn't like to slide as much, so it's good. It's a little tight. too tight on the thing. It needs way less downforce, but it's pretty fast. Oh crap. That's alright. Try that again. Shoot. Was I making a timer? I think I was. Man, this thing's dangerous. I don't know. I'm breaking the rear. Man. This thing is skirt. So good. Sneeze. Hmm. This guy must have got stuck. It still hits, it just tastes disgusting. Holy moly. No, I kind of messed up right there. One more time, one more time. Dang, Ted, chill. I was there. I was in the pocket. I can get it on this last try. Come on, before the server cuts. What? No. Dang it. I didn't want to cut too close inward because I would skid. And I didn't want to cut too far out because I was going to definitely crash. Oh well, there's nothing I could really do there without sacrificing time. Let's find a new server. Sup? Someone said, why the long face? What do you mean? Hold on. There's anything I am upset about is my... I think we're gonna put the wing back on. Maybe more downforce can help us increase top speeds. But no, I'm not really like upset or anything. I think that if anything, I'm bummed out that my Skywalker OG is all burnt out right now, so it's just losing all of its flavor. Just tastes like pure stem and burnt cotton. Burnt cotton. It's disgusting. And I think this happened yesterday because I think the pan was laying on its side and it just accumulated on one side, and I took a big rip and it probably just burned all of the cotton. Really sad about that. It's alright though. Just gotta kill it. Ah. I was about to restart. Bro. Nice. Alright, we're gonna switch it over to an exclusive scenario, guys. See you guys there. Thank you, guys.